Hey there, Divine Feminine. It's your favorite buddy, Divine Masculine. So, think you're gonna get a tarot reading, huh? You're gonna get an energy update on me. You wanna know if I'm gonna stop running away, if I'm gonna stop rejecting you. Well, I got some good news for you. I'm gonna break your heart. What?
Dude, Divine Masculine.
What do you want?
You're a loser.
Oh, really? I think you're a loser.
No, really. Nobody cares.
Well, I think they do.
Everybody
Okay.
watching,
Yeah, whatever.
I just want you to know, Divine Masculine. I
Yeah,
want you
listen to
know,
this.
No one cares.
Uh-huh.
bro.
Yeah, okay, dude.
News, man. You're just, no, we're done. We're done here.
I don't think so. Oh.
Yeah, took care of that for you, Divine Feminine. Oh my goodness, happy Friday, guys. It's the Twin Flames Collective reading. We are going to get an energy update on the Twin Flames Collective, together as one. Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine, that's what it's all about. Remember, you are your twin flame, right? That's why I do these. This is my special spread for Twin Flames. It's the Twin Flames Collective reading. So what do I mean when I say that you are your twin flame? What's that all about? Well, there's a lot of differing information out there on the internet about twin flames. Lots of different people telling you their idea about what you're supposed to do and what this is all about and why you met them and all this kind of stuff, and that's great. I'm so glad everybody's trying to figure it all out, but the problem is, yeah, you're getting a lot of different, conflicting opinions, and you're like, oh God, I don't even know what to do, However, get this. I dropped one. The one thing everybody agrees on across the board, and I mean everybody, no matter what they're telling you to do about your twin flame and what this is and yada yada, no matter what, there's one thing everybody agrees on. And I mean everybody. And it's that it's one soul in two bodies. Twin flames, right? Or, it's like the soul splits. There was like one whole soul and it split in two or something like that. Or it's the same soul vibration or, something along those lines, right? And that is absolutely true. You are one soul in two bodies. You are simultaneous incarnations of the same soul. And I'll talk more about that later. But, suffice to say, yeah, it's, the basics of that. Yeah, it's true. You are the same soul. And man, that brings up a lot of questions too, doesn't it? Because you're like, well, yeah, you're right. I do keep seeing that around. But that doesn't make sense because if it's my soul, why do they run? Why do they reject me? I don't get it. Like, if it's my soul, wouldn't they want to be with me? Well, perhaps. But therein lies the riddle, because the mind is what says, I need to get them. There's me and there's other. There's me and there's my twin flame over there. That makes a we. There's two of us, and we are separate. There's two of us. There's me and there's them. And that's two, so we're separate, right? There's two of us, right? Okay. Check this out. Did you notice how I kept using the word separate? What word do we often hear in the so-called twin flame community online all the time? You guessed it, separation. Now, what about union? Okay, so we just talked about the mind, and the mind isn't bad, right? But it's duality. So, the mind, yin, yang, alpha, omega, plus, minus, here, there, the mind, duality. I feel good, I feel bad. I like it, I don't like it. That's what the yin and yang symbol was representing. Well, that's one of the things, right? The duality of our universe. And the mental mind works on duality. Thoughts, emotions, metaphysical energy, right? And because it's duality, there's me and there's that out there. There's me and there's everything else out there. So the mind is only capable of perceiving separation. And that word, it turns out, did not actually come from twin flames. That is a word straight out of the Tao, for example. I mean, I don't know if it's in the Tao, but it's part of that philosophy. If you were to read the Tao, you would see the seed of this truth woven throughout that text. Okay? The mind is duality. These are the true Zen teachings. Your twin flame is your soul. That's where Zen comes from. Now, the soul, in contrast, is non-duality. It is not separation consciousness. Again, these are not twin flame words. Separation, union, right? Now, the internet, I don't know, 15, 20 years ago, gets a hold of it and starts playing telephone with the true twin flame teachings. Do you remember that? Remember that game when you were a kid? Do you remember that? Playing a game of telephone. The teacher would set everybody in a big circle, and then the teacher would tell the kid on their left, okay, spaghetti with meatballs. And then it would get passed around like 30 kids. And then by the time the message got back to the teacher, it was, I like baseball. And the teacher goes, nope, it was spaghetti with meatballs, right? Okay, so that's exactly what's going on the internet today. Separation consciousness is when you are deriving your basic sense of self from the mind, ego, personality, which is only capable of seeing separation. And there's nothing, that's not a defect, that's what the mind is for. It's for having like an individualized separate self. Okay, now unity consciousness is when you transcend, right? Like transcendentalism, Zen spiritualism, ancient Zen's real spiritualism, not the Fruity Loop pop culture stuff on the internet. And I'm not trying to put anybody down, but and I guess I shouldn't say it that way, because I kind of like, like astrology and, things like this. And those are real things, like clearing your chakras. And yeah, those are real things. But that's just not what this journey is. This is non-duality consciousness, which is the soul, which is unity consciousness, unity consciousness. Right. Unity consciousness is the soul. That's where that word came from. So again, the internet gets a hold of the true twin flame teachings and starts playing telephone with it. And now everybody thinks that, separation and union are to be taken literally. And you got to ask yourself, like, why do we use those words? Why do we use those words, right? Right. Why is it? Why do twin flames have to use those words? Why not just say, oh, well, we broke up, or they're not talking to me, or they rejected me? No, it has to be, oh, we're in separation. I mean, who does that? Have you ever in any relationship ever said, oh, we're in separation, and the goal is to get into union? Right. Right. Why do we use those words? And then you find out it's just a game of telephone. Right. So, and I even made a video about this. You can tell what the true twin flame teachings are just because of the language that we're using in the twin flame community. All right, guys, check it out. Divine Masculine, I gave him a good wake-up call, didn't I? He needed it. Okay, so Divine Masculine, speak of the devil, 10 of Wands at the bottom of the deck, getting ready to set that burden down. I'm pretty sure Divine Masculine is going to be making physical moves towards the door in the so-called karmic situation. Guys, this is a big deal. You, Divine Feminine, my friend, you watching, you have been very, very fortunate to meet your twin flame. Trust me on that. I know it's painful right now. I know that sounds ridiculous, but this is the best thing that's ever happened to you. Trust me on that. It does get way easier and way better. You're going to love life after all this nastiness wears off. This is the best thing that's ever happened to you. So as you are ascending, as you are transcending the ego personality, the control structures of the mind, of the separate self, that's when your divine masculine twin flame, they tend to come closer and closer to you. So there's going to be a lot of big shakeups in the so-called karmic situation. So the karmic situation, it's usually, most of you watching, it's probably, like a relationship, a romantic partner who they're with, or maybe they're busy working. They work too much, or it's their family. Well, whatever it is, guys, the karmic situation, that shit's not going to work out. And they've really been thinking about you quite a bit. So here in the subconscious is the Two of Cups. Yeah, that's you, Divine Feminine. And remember, well, I didn't say anything about this yet, but there's this Nine of Pentacles for your connecting energy, okay? So this is you in Divine Masculine. Well, that's pretty easy to figure out. It's this unfinished business. It's this energy of not feeling complete. I desire completion. And so, of course, Divine Masculine, heavily focused on you. You are always in the back of their mind. You're always on my mind. Now, they might not be saying that to you, right? So, a lot of you watching, you're like, yeah, well, if they're thinking about me, why are they running? Well, here's the thing, guys. People often are filled with pride. And as the karmic situation is falling apart, they're going to be looking to make amends with you. They'll reach out. This is in their subconscious, guys. It's just a matter of time before it percolates up into their conscious mind. Okay? And make no mistake, they could be on social media shit posting about how fucking ass great their life is. No. Lots of people do that, guys. Lots of people do that. It's not. Here's what's going on in their karmic situation. It's a disaster. I mean, look at this. The Lovers in reverse. And on top of all that, next to the Tower, yeah, that situation is fucked. They're walking. They're walking. They've had it with that whole situation, guys. They are Audi 5000G. And they're going to be headed your direction. And remember, Divine Feminine, it's because you are them. And so again, for those of you that maybe didn't have time to watch the intro to this video, I would invite you to go back and rewatch it, because I gave an amazing twin flame teaching away for free during the intro. But I'll tell you what, every single one of you watching, you should go check out my free twin flame coaching video, Twin Flames, Separation Consciousness, Unity Consciousness, and Detaching. And I've even made it easy for you to find. It's on my very popular True Twin Flame Teachings playlist. Just go to the playlists menu of this channel and find the playlist called The True Twin Flame Teachings, and it's in there, my friends. Twin Flames, Separation Consciousness, Unity Consciousness, as in union, and Detaching. It's like I pointed out during the intro, it's kind of funny, like, why do we use those words in the twin flame community? Why does it have to be separation? No, have you ever used those words before to describe a romantic partnership? And guys, before I met my twin flame, I had lots of relationships, and I never said, oh, we're in separation and I need to get into union. Have you ever done that? Right. Why do we use those words? And when you find out where those words really come from, you are going to pee your pants. Well, maybe not. But you're going to be like, oh, I get it, right. Your twin flame is your soul, my friends. You are simultaneous incarnations of the same soul. And I got to say, Divine Feminine, you've really had it. I got to say. So this is recent past for you. Death in reverse next to the Star in reverse. And look at this. Knight of Wands in the reverse. Well, that's going to be clearing out. That's a good thing. This is a quick review of the past. Yeah, this has got Dark Night of the Soul written all over it. Right? You remember that? The obsessive thinking, the acting desperate, the checking their social media 50 times a day, literally, just basically being a basket case over this breakup, like you've never done this before in your life over any breakup. And guys, no judgment from me. I was there. I did that. Okay? If you could have seen my twin flame and I 5-6 years ago, you'd be like, Jesus, Kurt, you were worse than I am. Maybe not. Maybe you're as bad as I am. I don't know. It's fucked. It's fucked. And the obsessive thinking, holy shit. Wow, I've never experienced anything like that. That shit is so crazy. And you can't even function. You can't even do basic things like brush your teeth or go to your job or whatever. God, it was horrible. Now, why that is happening is because your ego personality is breaking down. Remember, body, mind, soul. This is why I'm the world's #1 twin flame coach. Not to toot my own horn, but guys, what I'm trying to tell you is it's just the basics. This is just basic spiritualism. We already know this stuff. This is how I got here to be the most effective twin flame coach there is out there, because I'm not reinventing anything, right? Body, mind, soul. No healing, no clearing karma, no fixing your inner child, no clearing your chakras, no balancing your inner feminine and masculine, right? And I'm not saying those things are bad, but that's just not what this is. Your twin flame and you are one soul in two bodies. You are simultaneous incarnations of the same soul. So this is basic spiritualism. We already know this. This is the higher self in heaven. All of these past lives that you lived, your current incarnations, that's you and your twin flame, and your future reincarnation, these are all happening all at the same time from the perspective of the higher self. So in the higher dimensions, and this is even true in physics, in like conventional science, on higher planes of existence, time has no meaning, okay? You are simultaneous incarnations of the same soul. That's all this is, guys. You just need back to basics. This is stuff that we already know. Positive, negative, divine feminine, divine masculine. So calling it feminine and masculine, those are just labels. It's not really based on gender. It's energy. And you are your twin flame. You are them. There's no other. So therefore, at the level of the mind, you are like yin and yang. You are like perfectly opposite, right? So your energy pushes them away. That's why they run. That's why they run. Now, when you meet them, it causes the breakdown of the ego mind. Remember, body, mind, soul. The ego mind is breaking down as the consciousness of your soul is exploding. This is your spiritual awakening. That's all this is. They even have a word for that in ancient Zen spiritualism. They call that ego death, right? You've been calling it dark night of the soul, and that's fine. You can call it that too. But it's really the exact same thing, okay? So science, they call it relativity. Spiritualism, they call it duality. So that's the mind, right? And in spiritualism, source is non-duality. It's like a single point. And so is your soul. Your soul is a holographic reproduction of the source, okay? So singularity, another terminology from science, but they're talking about the same thing. It's non-duality, the soul, okay? It's pure consciousness. So you just need to transcend the separation consciousness of the mind. You enter unity consciousness, which actually it's a remembrance. It's not that you're entering that. You're remembering that you already are that. Okay? And then your twin flame comes back. They stop running. They stop rejecting you. There's no more push-pull, no more plus-minus. You've completely transcended the separation consciousness of the mind. Now, that's going to explain these changes that are coming up with divine masculine. They're walking out of that situation with their karmic, whether it's, like I said, a relationship or a job or whatever it is, okay? And it's fine if it takes a little bit of effort on their part. So Queen of Cups in reverse, but it's next to the Temperance card. So even though divine masculine is secretly miserable, or maybe they're telling you that, I don't know. Sometimes it seems like they hide it. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, okay? It doesn't matter because they are going to do whatever it takes. They are fully willing to take their time and let this play out, you guys. Guys, through May 31st, save 25% off my already affordable twin flame coaching system with this coupon code SPRING. Good through May 31st. Just enter this coupon code at the checkout. Get 25% off when you pay in full for the Introduction to the Journey, the only proven twin flame coaching system in the world. 6,000 students. I do have payment plans. If you still cannot afford my already low prices, no problem. But right now, guys, you can save a ton of money through May 31st. So, Divine Masculine, I don't care what it takes. I don't care. I am going to do it, even if it takes a while. I'm seriously, I don't care if I need to open up a secret bank account. I don't care if I need to find another place to live, go sleep on my buddy's couch. I'm done. I can't do this anymore. Now, Divine Feminine, very interesting. Watch this. Look at this. There are some big, beautiful changes just around the corner for you, my Divine Feminine friend. The King of Swords next to the High Priest, also known as the Hierophant. Guys, when the going gets tough, you're going to get going and you're going to make it look easy. Your spiritual badassery is about to shine like no other, guys. And that's easy to do when you get out of the addictive energy, out of the separation consciousness of the mind, and remember who you are. You are the consciousness. You are the soul. That's your twin flame. You don't need to do anything about the person at all. You don't need to do one darn thing about them. You just go within and release identification with ego mind. That's why I'm always telling my students, go read The Power of Now. Go watch Rupert Spira videos. Go watch the Samadhi movie. You don't need to do any twin flame techniques, actually, other than, whenever they come around. For example, you would just be energetically in a state of acceptance. And you can't think your way there. As soon as I say that, some people go, oh, how do I do that? Please give me steps, stages, instructions, checklists, right? How do I do acceptance? That's not it. That which asks the mind cannot. You transcend the mind. You are the awareness. You are the consciousness. It's very, very deeply spiritual. It's not mental at all. And there's nothing wrong with the mind, right? It serves a purpose. That's just not what this is, guys. Your twin flame is your soul. You got to do soul stuff. It's just that simple. It's just that simple. Let's do an oracle card, guys. And as always, if you'd like to work with us, head over to my website, newworldallstar.com, and sign up today. The Introduction to the Journey for Twin Flames. 8.5 hours of instructional videos. I will give you action steps you can implement right now to shut down the obsessive thinking and shift energetically into your soul, which is your twin flame, which is exactly why they would be coming back, and they will. And it happens all the time. You guys, if you follow the instructions properly in my program, it'll happen, guys. It'll happen. It always happens. And that's not even the best part, guys. The best part is what you become. That's the best part. When your twin flame comes along, that's just like extra. That's just a bonus. And that's actually really how this kind of works. And I'm not talking about, oh yeah, I get it. You just got to go live your best life. Not exactly. I mean, that too is a byproduct of what I'm talking about. Because what that person is talking about is a bunch of thinking and like reprogramming and deprogramming of the mind, which is fine too. If you're into like the law of attraction, I've got a law of attraction course too, but you don't need that. You don't need to do that for this journey. This is just pure non-duality consciousness. And when you go deeply into the non-duality of self, the soul, these things just happen, guys. It's like there's no thinking required. You don't need to worry about how it's all going to happen. Really. Things just start happening around you. You change in ways that you can't explain. It's incredible, you guys. Now, when you're done watching the videos, you and I get to talk either in a one-on-one or in a group setting on my Get Your Twin Flame Spiritual Coaching calls up to, are you ready for this? 5 calls a week. 5. We just added another one, my friends. 5 coaching calls a week. Let's see. We got them at 12 noon Eastern Time, 5 p.m. Eastern Time, and 10 p.m. Eastern Time. So that's like noon in Australia. There is a call time that's going to work for you no matter where in the world you live. You know, and it's like 10 p.m. Eastern time. Yeah, that's like 7 o'clock in California. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's actually a pretty convenient time for a lot of people. Dinner's done. You're home from work. You know what I mean? So, guys, and then the calls are so good. You can talk directly to me or my two coaches assisting me, and they're so gosh darn good, guys. I handpicked them. They're so good, I let them run those calls by themselves sometimes. That's how good we are, guys. I've got a dedicated full-time customer service department. There's the private, closed, secret Facebook community, not my New World All-Star public Facebook group, but this other Facebook community. It's private, it's closed to the public. Nobody can see who's in there or what you're doing in there. You can use an alias. We don't care. You don't even have to use your real name. You can get in there. There's 250 people in there that you can connect with right now. You can get on the calls and talk to us. You can tag us in the Facebook group. There's the videos, which are very, very thorough, book recommendations, exclusive content that we post in the Facebook community all day long. Guys, we've got everything. And there are people in there having breakthroughs every single day. You guys got to check it out. And it's not a lot of money. And on top of all that, again, even if you can't afford my already very reasonable prices, I don't charge thousands of fucking dollars, guys. Most twin flame coaches do that. I actually saw somebody on the internet the other day going, I've never had anybody tell me this before. But they go, I saw somebody, oh yeah, I'd love to sign up for your coaching, but it's too expensive. And I'm like, oh yeah, well you should see so-and-so because it's like $3,000 just to get started. You know, mine is way under 1,000. And on top of that, I got payment plans. You can start for $70. That's it, guys. So sign up today, guys. Change your life. Okay. Influence. Spinning Star. Well, that's a new one. I'm going to read out of the book for this one. That is a beautiful oracle card right there. I really like that. I am just loving that. Let's check it out. Influence. Let's see. Oh, just passed it. There it is. Message: forces beyond your control may be currently steering your direction. This isn't necessarily a negative thing, but it can be. You may need to go with the flow for a little while or reflect on how you can protect yourself in the future from becoming involved in the first place. Things should also be looking up for you when luck slowly turns your way. New people, new groups, and new situations are on the horizon as well. Travel, experiencing something very different, and general enjoyment are all on offer, but you need to be ready to step up and jump in. Fate will be playing a very large role in your life at the moment, but you are also reminded that nothing lasts forever and influences come and go. This applies to positive and negative outcomes. Guys, life changes on the horizon. And I got to tell you, that's exactly why this is happening for you. It's not happening to you. It's happening for you, my friends. Okay? Like I said at the beginning of this card reading, it might seem painful right now, but guys, I promise this is the best gosh darn thing that's ever happened to you. And look at this. Even in your subconscious, you're getting the Chariot. I don't know where we're going, but there's lots of forward motion. The Chariot. Just go. This is one of the best cards you can get in the whole entire tarot deck, and it's coming out for you near future, right? Near future, my friend. Okay, so Ace of Pentacles in reverse, but it's next to the Magician. My friends, you don't need to search for opportunities. They're going to find you, Divine Feminine. And finally, last but definitely not least, Divine Masculine. So we got the shadow side in the subconscious, and I believe in the standard Rider-Waite-Smith tarot deck, they call that the devil, right? So attachments in the subconscious, but in the 3D, Knight of Cups and Strength in reverse. So this is Divine Masculine saying, fuck no to that. It's over, guys. Divine Masculine is walking out. It's over. I'm done. I'm sick of being stuck in this situation with you. It's toxic. I'm done. And when that happens, Divine Feminine, you know where they're going to go? They're going to be banging on your door. How about that action? And guys, again, it's because you are transcending the mind. You are awakening spiritually. Your twin flame is your spirit. They are your soul. That's beautiful, guys. Keep it going out there, my friends. Oh my goodness, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please give me a like. Also, please don't forget to hit the bell notification icon button when you subscribe so that you get notifications whenever I post one of my videos. We will be back tomorrow for Divine Masculine. Have a great weekend, guys. Bye.